Pro boxing fans, we're here in London. It's a big one, the undisputed clash. Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. With me, I've got none other than the knowledge, Spencer Fearon. Spencer, how are you, mate? You all right?
I'm blessed, highly favoured, even better for speaking to you, Uni. Before I start, man, I'll just say a massive, tumultuous big up to Keystone Law and my celebrity lawyer, Luca Majuka. This guy's incredible, man. So I've just got to big this guy up, man, because like he just does things without. That's it. Anyway, continue.
Big up Luca, big up Luca. Let's talk about this one, the big one, the one that we've all been waiting for. Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. Give me your thoughts on this fight. I do want to ask you a question. Can we go off much from the Ngannou performance that Tyson put in? Do we put that as a factor towards this fight? Or is this different?
Yes, you can. You can use that as a factor because that was a flat Tyson Fury. Do you know what I mean? Just like you shake a drink and you open it up and you lose the carbon in it, and that's what was a flat Tyson Fury. What we're going to get in this fight here, in February, we're going to get a rejuvenated Tyson Fury, and also a Tyson Fury who knows what he is fighting for, to become the last undisputed champion that this country has had and the world has had in Lennox Lewis, and that was in November 13th, that was November 13th, 1999. And the reason why that stands out in my head, because it was actually my cousin's birthday as well, and we watched that fight at a big party. I was only a young man then, and that was like, so we're going to flip the page, which is absolutely crazy. It's going to be 25 years, right? So there's got to be some greatness or some synergy within it being 25 years. Usyk is no joke, and you were out in Saudi Arabia, right? So you didn't get into the dinner, or did you? Was you at the dinner?
I was at the red carpet, I wasn't inside.
Well, you were inside. You didn't eat the food. All right. Anyway, peasants, right? But no. So what I'm trying to say, when I was at the dinner, when I was at the dinner and I saw him, I couldn't believe the size of Usyk has filled out into being a heavyweight now. He's a heavyweight. Don't think, oh, this cruiserweight. He's actually a heavyweight. But the thing with Tyson Fury, he's a super heavyweight. So like when we had the rebirth of like, when things started to change, when Lennox Lewis became heavyweight champion of the world, is my guys up in there, like, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roy Orbison, there, right. So when pretty woman, anyway, so
walking down the street,
see,
pretty woman.
Gareth A. Davis has got an incredible voice. So if we look at how we've evolved as human beings and how big we've been now, you got to think, Sonny Liston was 215 pounds and 6'1", and he was seen as a giant, right? Then Muhammad Ali came along, he was 6'3", he was seen as a giant, and Sonny Liston couldn't intimidate him when they fought February 25th, 1964. So we evolve, we grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and like Lennox Lewis was the new era of this new big heavyweight. But then Tyson Fury's coming to this new era of a bigger heavyweight who can actually move. And I think the flat Tyson Fury that we had last time out, he has to use that as motivation, right? He has to use that as substance to elevate himself, to go out and go, he owes us a big performance now. And he owes himself a big performance. But like I said again, Usyk ain't no joke, Usyk's serious.
Just going off what you're saying and everything that comes with it, this big event in Saudi Arabia, just talk to me about what these Saudis have done. We saw what happened yesterday with our press conference, but to get this fight in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia, we know it was struggling last year when there was talks about Wembley. They saw the Saudi money, it didn't happen first time around, but the new guys, Turkey Al-Sheikh has come in, and it seems that the ball's rolling in regards to this fight and other fights.
My message to Turkey Al-Sheikh, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may God be pleased with the work that he is doing, right? Because he's showing, and he's getting, for the kingdom and through the king of Saudi Arabia, what they're doing, they're showing the picture that the misconception of Saudi Arabia, the misconception of Islam, the misconception of all these kind of things, and they're making it hip and funky, and they're also doing, they're promoting what it is. Like, you've been to Saudi, you was out there, you see how affordable the people are, how accommodating the people are, how lovely. It's a beautiful place. So off of that, and what they've done, a massive big up to Turkey Al Sheikh. Massive big up to him. And like the hospitality that I received out there was incredible. So I think it's beautiful.
I do want to talk about the press conference yesterday. A big card. We saw something that I thought I wouldn't see. Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren on the same top table. But I do want to talk about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. They were also there, top table. There's a lot of talk and a lot of sort of videos coming out today about AJ and his demeanour towards Dev, and not even that, just his demeanour when Deontay Wilder spoke to him. There was a bit, whether you can call that a ruthless look or whatever it was. What did you make of AJ's demeanour yesterday at the press conference?
Well, the thing about it is, I think Anthony Joshua is the most psychoanalyzed professional athlete in the UK. Right? That's what I believe. Thank you very much, Luca. Look at that. He's just like, I think he's the most psychoanalyzed fighter in most probably in the world, because everyone's got something to say about Anthony Joshua. I can't say nothing about his demeanor because he wants to fight. Yeah, it's a bit different now because it's not his organization. It's through the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is done by Turkey Al Sheikh. It's done by Spencer Brown. It's been done by Queensbury, and Matchroom have been brought in. So I think, of course, your demeanor is going to be a little bit different. But the good thing is that this is happening, right? But what I must say is this: I was so impressed with Deontay Wilder, right? I have to salute Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, how he spoke, how he carried himself, I was saying, fine, I'm seeing this is who I wanted to see ages ago. And he always had it in him, but how he spoke and saying like, I wish you nothing but the best, it's all love, but we want to go in there, we want to go do battle. To me, it seems like he is way more at peace with himself. And because of that, massive big up to Deontay Wilder. I salute to Deontay Wilder. To me, yesterday at the press conference was the role model, right? And I'm not just talking like, oh, because I'm black. No, I'm saying Deontay Wilder's demeanor, how he carried himself, how he spoke, that is a role model. So big up Deontay Wilder. That he's learning the trade now as well, but he's also learning that magic within himself. So massive big up to him.
The only reason why I asked you about Anthony Joshua was when they had the face of him and Otto Wallin, you could tell that he's already in fight mode. He was like, listen, I'm going to F you up. This is it. And you're right, he does get analysed more than others, especially in the UK. Obviously, maybe to his detriment that he's been such a big star for us that he gets analysed the way he does. But let's talk about the fight. Otto Wallin, Anthony Joshua. Talk to me about that one.
I believe that Anthony Joshua is going to get a late stoppage, right? I believe. But in saying that as well, because I think Anthony Joshua's done enough sparring now with southpaws, and he was preparing for a tricky southpaw in Usyk. He's been in twice with a tricky southpaw, Usyk, and Usyk's top 5 pound for pound, right? So he's been in with him. So this is levels beneath what he's used to be fighting. So sometimes when you fight somebody that was levels beneath you, you drop to their level. But in this time here, I believe that Anthony Joshua knows that he has to impress. He knows that he has to make a statement. He knows that he's got to win that fight to make this Deontay Wilder fight where people are going like he is a lamb going to slaughter. How can you turn around and say a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, an Olympic gold medalist, an ABA champion, right? We're looking at a World Games silver medalist in the amateurs. We're looking at this guy now like he's a lamb going to slaughter. Are you crazy? This is Anthony Joshua we're talking about. And when Anthony Joshua is tuned in, right? He may not be the Anthony Joshua of old. And he's not even an old Anthony Joshua because he's relatively young. Anthony Joshua just has to turn up. And if he turns up and shows up, then you know what? Big things can happen.
I can remember John Fury a couple of months ago and he said, listen, with AJ, it's not about the physical matter. He's got the skill set. He's done it. He's become world champion. It's what goes on in his head. It's the mental side of things. Do you believe that's the case also, that he needs to have the right mental settings, the right people around him, the right trainer? And I'm going to ask you about his link up with Ben Davison as well.
Well, the thing about this, do I think his link up with Ben Davison is a good thing, yeah? Yes and no. On certain spots, yes, it could be a good thing. On other spots, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing because of Ben Davison's relationship with Tyson Fury. And if they were to end up fighting, I don't think it's a good thing. But what I can say is this. People overly scrutinize Anthony Joshua, overly looking at you know what I mean? Anthony Joshua's a man like everybody else. I think as long as he's, we're talking about the mental state of Anthony Joshua, it's difficult to know what's going on inside. Only he knows what's going on inside, right? But I do think, and I'm saying this, if he's not already, that there has to be a reconnection with your spiritual self, right? Myself and Baba Tunde Ajayi spoke about this the other day on The Fight Is Right on an award-winning podcast that we're doing, right? And I'm saying, like, if he can reconnect with that, then it's trouble. And Anthony Joshua knows what I'm talking about. Reconnect with that of who you are is trouble for any guy.
Final one before I let you go. Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker, great fight. Wilder hasn't been in the ring for a long time. Last time we saw him, he only needed a couple of rounds to get rid of Robert Helenius. He's been inactive. We know that's the case. But will that have an effect when he goes and fights on December 23rd against Joseph Parker in Saudi Arabia?
I'm saying, I believe that this is going to be the best Joseph Parker that we've seen in a hot minute, because Joseph Parker was incredibly impressive as far as I was concerned his last time out. I thought that was a better Joseph Parker than when he was world champion. Reason why? Because Joseph Parker now is experienced. Reason why? Because Joseph Parker's been in the gym with the little heavyweight champion, and things rub off. You know what I mean? Iron sharpens iron. So off of that, I have to say that Joseph Parker ain't no easy fight for Deontay Wilder. But where you have to look at it, and we have to be real, Deontay Wilder only needs one. And a machine only needs one. And that one, he's got 36 minutes to detonate one. But now that he's training with Malik Scott, he's getting better. He's getting more versatile in his work. He's thinking. He's timing himself. He's creating distance with his feet. Anyone he hits goes. But you know what? I'm gonna be real. And I love Deontay Wilder, but because I know Joseph Parker personally, I like Joseph a lot, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Interesting, Spencer. I know there's seems to be people.
Wilder in 6, but I don't want him to win.
Right, Spencer. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
2 minutes.
1 second, yeah, 1 second.